In a world of no room for failure, instant punishments, and challenging fights, you would think that you would quit or lose hope. So why is it that me and so many other players love the Soulsborne formula? When I was younger, I had moved to a new school and struggled to make new friends. And a lot of that came from depending on others to socialize for me. I also had a difficulty expressing myself. People told me to shut up, imitated my laugh, and ridiculed me for struggling to speak. It started to get to me, and I became more self-aware of my flaws. I started seeking out external validation. I worked out obsessively, aimed to improve my looks, and tried to fit in. But I was also building something bigger: discipline. Around that time, I stumbled upon a game called Dark Souls 3, and it changed my outlook. At first, Dark Souls 3 was just another video game, but it quickly became something more. It showed me that no matter how high the skill barrier or insurmountable the struggle seemed, victory was always possible, and when the odds were stacked against you, success felt more rewarding. In Dark Souls 3, failure wasn't something to be erased or hidden. It was part of the experience, woven into the game's very fabric. Each defeat became a lesson. Every time I died, I learned something new. A boss's moveset, the placement of an item, or a new way to overcome a challenge. My character and the characters around him endured constant hardships, yet they pushed forward, refusing to give into despair or hollowing. Slowly but surely, I began to internalize this mindset. Being poured into the dark fantasy world of Dark Souls gave me something I didn't have in real life: a focus on what I thought of myself, not what others thought of me. After reaching the profane capital, something clicked. I deleted my character, not out of frustration, but as a challenge. I wanted to start over, to test myself, to see if I could do better. I replayed earlier parts of the game, at a lower level, faster pace, or sometimes both. I memorized boss movesets, mapped out item locations, and experimented with builds, even creating twink builds, to invade lower level players. I was failing constantly, but for the first time in my life, I wasn't ashamed of failure. It was progress, and it was mine. The philosophy of Dark Souls 3 began to seep into other areas of my life. At the time, I probably didn't realize the full impact Dark Souls 3 was having on me, but subconsciously my brain was applying its lessons: resilience, discipline, and the value of persistence. When I look back at how far I've come, I feel ready to face whatever challenges lie ahead. Dark Souls 3 taught me that discipline shapes who you are. It makes you an outcome of yourself, not your environment. That's why this game will always hold a special place in my heart. It's not just a video game, it's a philosophy. A reminder that failure isn't the end, but the beginning of something greater. If you're struggling with your own battles, whether in life or in the world of Lothric, just remember this: keep pushing forward, because the sweetest victories come when the odds are against you. I'm still far from where I want to be, but I'm also far from where I started. And if I learned anything from Dark Souls 3, it's this: when the journey feels impossible, that's when the fight matters most. I think Dark Souls showed us that it wasn't about doing it once perfectly, but doing it 100 times poorly to succeed once fairly.